Hey guys, Rick back again for another What I Watched This Week. I've got a decent stack of movies. Actually ended up with a little bit more time than I expected. So we'll go through what I got in this week. Alright, first thing, Easter. Watched Hop. Never seen this. Universal cartoon. It's this is the Easter Bunny's son, and he doesn't want to be the Easter Bunny. And got a lot of good laughs in it. A mixture of live action plus animation, and I really liked it. Turned out it was cute. Um, just a fun little movie. So now I definitely will come back to next Easter. This may become an Easter tradition because there's not a lot of Easter cartoons other than like maybe the Peanuts or religious cartoons. But I mean, as far as major things, this was fun. So with that, I'd probably give it 4 stars. It was a good movie. All right, I am starting a new video series where I'm going to do a film from A to Z, just picking random films from the alphabet. My first one was At the Earth's Core. There is a video up on this if you want to see it. So I won't go into too much detail, other than if Peter Cushing, Doug McClure, which is a great actor that's highly underrated, and it's exactly what it says. It's At the Earth's Core, but cool flick. I say 3 stars. All right, that night, got into one I've been wanting to see for a very, very long time. It's been years I've been wanting to buy this, and I got 16 Candles. This was a present for my wife. And it's been years since I've seen it. Holds up pretty well. Probably couldn't make it today. I watched the extended cut, which adds another minute to 2 minutes. And, it doesn't really change anything to the film. But for me, I'm a big John Hughes fan. I finally have all the films of his that I would want. So I'm proud to have it. And I'd say for me, I'll go 3 stars on it. I mean, my favorite out of his films is Weird Science, out of the 3 classic ones that you would know: Weird Science, Breakfast Club, and 16 Candles. But yeah, we'll go 3.5 stars on that. Good movie. All right, next thing I got in was My Cousin Vinny, which, this is the first time I've sat through all of it. Really enjoyed it. Joe Pesci is great. Marissa Tomei won an Oscar for this. Easy, I mean, she was good in it as well. Basically, a couple guys get wrongly accused for murder, and they call their cousin Vinny to help them with the trial. A lot of good laughs, and reading up on it, apparently during the judicial process, they said it was really well represented. So that's kind of neat on that end. Got another one in that day. It's out of work for a couple of days because of a system problem, so that gave me the extra time to watch some of this stuff. All right, so this is a double feature with Ichabod Mr. Toad and Fun and Fancy Free, but there is a bonus movie, and that's what I watched, called The Reluctant Dragon. The Reluctant Dragon came out in the 40s. It is not a Disney movie you hear a lot of people talk about, but basically it's a blend of, again, live action and animation, and a guy going to the studio to try to sell Walt Disney on making The Reluctant Dragon. A great little story. You got a goofy cartoon, little Donald Duck interaction, some other cool stuff. I mean, for what it was, it's pretty cool. 3 stars. I mean, it is a stunning presentation. And one thing I will say, there was a small scratch on this disc, and I contacted the Disney Movie Club because it affected The Reluctant Dragon, and there was no hesitation. They got a replacement copy on the way out here to me, so that's a cool thing. All right. The next day, I got in from the Abbott and Costello collection. I want to watch one of their movies. It's been a while. Hold That Ghost. The first time I saw this, I really liked it, and I don't know if I wasn't just in the mood for it that night, but it kind of fell a little short on me. There is some great gags, but I don't know. This one just didn't hit as well as it normally has. I'd say 2.5 stars on it. I mean, it's a good movie, But you know, and I'll probably watch it again, and it'll respark some interest. But it just didn't hold my attention like it had in the past. All right. Now, one that did that I was actually surprisingly, it's been so long since I've seen it. I've only seen it once till that night on Wednesday. Is Airplane 2. Last year I watched Airplane 1, and this year I decided I'm going to watch Airplane 2. And it ended up being a lot better than I remember it being. It was a fun movie. My only complaint, if I have one, is I wish Leslie Nielsen was in it. But I mean, the preliminary primary cast is back from the first one. Um, it's like a space flight, that's what I thought was kind of neat. And overall, I mean, it's a fun film. I didn't mind it. Again, 3 stars. Just a cute little comedy, and the gags are like a mile a minute. It kind of reminded me. It wasn't a Zucker film, but they still captured that same essence. And it wasn't as popular, which is a shame. But I mean, it really did. If you go back and watch the first one, then watch the second one, it has that same feel. So they did a really good job of mimicking that. So 3 stars, definitely. Uh, Thursday, I streamed a movie I hadn't seen probably since it came out. Was What About Bob? Uh, Bill Murray, Richard Dreyfuss. You know, funny flick. You know, Bill Murray. If you've never seen this, he's a kind of a neurotic, um, psychotic patient who's needs help from a shrink. He goes on vacation and he pops up at his summer home, and trying to get the attention that he needs from the doctor. And funny movie. I mean, my understanding, Bill Murray completely ad libbed the whole movie, and you could probably see that. Again, a 3 star movie. Apparently, there's a lot of tension behind the set. Him and Richard Dreyfuss did not get along at all. Apparently, they've forgiven each other now, but they could not stand one another. All right. Friday night, still in the mood for comedies. Watched Amazon Women on the Moon. Another one. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Uh, some of the jokes hit, some of them don't. But I mean, it's still a fun film, big Universal film, and I was glad to get this. Keynote did an excellent job on special features. Tons of stuff on this disc. Delete a bunch of deleted scenes, extended scenes, making ofs. I mean, it was really cool. Uh, again, of a style of comedy you don't see. This one is more of like flipping through your TV channel, seeing commercials and advertisements and movies and things like that. And I think they did a good job of what they had to work with. So, again, 3 stars. Another, just not the best of the spoof comedies. I'm a big Naked Gun fan. Airplane probably eclipses that, but it's still good for what it is. If you like that style of genre, some slapstick. Now today I watched a really good one, and I don't have a copy of it showing. I should show you guys because it was from the Red Box, and my wife's already taken it back. And we watched Greenland, which is about some comets that are coming dangerously close to Earth, and they're actually are going to hit, and they do. And it's a disaster film, which the cool thing about it is it doesn't focus much on the disaster, although it has those elements, as it does of this one family with Gerald Butler being the lead, trying to get his family to safety, and which safety is Greenland. But I really like how it played out. I mean, you could see that the scenario that they go through, you can see easily happening where people kind of lose their wits and rioting and looting. I mean, but it felt fairly realistic. I mean, not a very big budget, but it had a lot of impact, and it held my attention really well. My wife is a huge disaster film fan, loves these things, so she really enjoyed what she saw. So for this one, I'm going to go 4 stars. It's it was really great. You know, the one thing I'd love to see in a disaster movie, I'd love to see the disaster strike a little earlier, and then try to see the rebuilding process. I mean, one day we'll get us something like that, because I think it'd be kind of cool to see how people move forward. But that's just me. I've always felt the same with a horror film. I mean, I think that's why I like the new Halloween is it actually shows someone trying to recover and how they dealt with it. I mean, where Laurie's a drunk, and why wouldn't you be after what she went through in that film? But that's it for this week's films. I'll start. I'm trying to get something in tomorrow. I'm watching WrestleMania tonight and tomorrow, so probably not going to get many movies in this week. But if my vacation goes like it's supposed to, I'll be bringing a lot of stuff next week. So take care, guys, and as always, go watch a movie.